Hello, Dark Moon Doll here. So I basically wanted to do a video for Freeform Dreadlock Talk, answering a woman's question about how often should you wash your Freeform dreadlocks if you're just starting out. This is a question that is not easily answered by me or anyone else because everybody's head of hair is different. So you may have hair just like mine, same texture, 4C, low porosity hair, but you may require some other type of I don't know, TLC that's involved. I don't know if your hair is damaged or your hair is in good shape. But a lot of people find that the cleaner their hair and scalp is, the healthier their locks are. So don't go like a long time without cleansing your scalp because it can lead to a lot of problems for your scalp and your hair. Try not to put a lot of products on your hair because that can weigh it down and leave buildup on it and make it not healthy. So in the beginning of my Freeform dreadlock journey, I didn't keep track of how many times I cleansed my dreadlocks. I didn't keep track of it. I just cleansed my locks when I felt like they needed to be cleansed. And I was using herbal rinses primarily on my locks, and not any shampoos or conditioners at the time. I was using that. I wasn't using any oils either. So, and you may find as time goes on that your hair may require something different, which happened to me later on down the line. Now I'm using a black soap shampoo, which is basically just black soap, water, and essential oils in it. And I've been using a few different oils, which you can check out in past videos I've done on this channel. And I felt like that's helping my hair to thrive and do a good job at not, shedding or anything like that, maintaining a healthy head of hair. But I think the cleaner your scalp and hair is, the healthier you're gonna see, the healthier benefits of having Freeform dreadlocks and not doing a lot of shit to your hair. That's why a lot of people decide to go and embark upon this journey, because they're tired of doing all this shit to their hair and it falling out. So if you don't want hair that's falling out all the time, don't do a lot of shit to your hair. Keep your scalp clean and your hair clean and go from there. Some people find that washing their hair every day works for them. Some people feel like washing their hair every day is too drying. Sometimes people that have low porosity 4C hair, which is what I have, really tightly coiled hair, they find that washing their hair every single day does not work for them. Using harsh chemicals on the hair every single day is not good for them. And I don't think using harsh chemicals on your hair every day is good for anybody, no matter what hair type you have. So I think that basically you just have to figure out what kind of hair do you have on your head. How healthy are you on the inside of your body too? What kind of stress is going on? Sometimes that deserves a little bit more care and attention. I can't tell you should wash your hair every day, or you should wash your hair every other day. You've got to figure it out on your own. If your scalp is feeling itchy, that might be clues that you may need to cleanse your scalp. If your scalp is dry, you may need something that's moisturizing to help, replenish those oils, natural oils in your scalp. You may need to change something in your diet. That could be something that's going on with the itchy scalp. You may be allergic to something, and that's probably why your scalp's itching. So learn more about your hair, the type of hair you have, and learn more about it. And then look up the herbs that are good specifically with the type of hair that you have. And I guarantee your hair will start to thrive once you incorporate what you've learned about these herbs and other things that you've been putting into your body to bring about healthy things on the outside. We can't always just primarily just look at the outside of it, like look at them on the outside. Because on the inside, there's a lot of work going on inside your body that's helping all parts of your body, your hair, your scalp, your skin, your nails, everything. So if your heart, your kidney, your lungs, and all that isn't healthy, then the outside of you isn't going to be healthy either, including your hair. So make sure that you take that time out to research and find out what fruits and vegetables and herbs, nuts, and seeds will benefit you. Because I think a lot of people will concentrate too much on the outside of themselves and not look inward. They want to find, what can I put on top of my hair to make it, flourish and do well. So I suggest just don't use anything that's going to strip your hair to where it's really drying. And if you're going to wash your hair every single day, use something that's going to be nourishing and not stripping, because that can lead to hair loss if you're using something like that every single day. I don't have much information about you, what your hair type is, what your, how long you just started, so that's how long you've been on this journey, but do all these things and see if that works for you. And feel free to keep asking questions, because that's the only way we learn. A lot of people have been afraid to learn more about their hair, and they just rely on a salon for all of their answers. It's kind of like relying on a psychic all the time for your spiritual path. A really good psychic won't want you to be dependent on them. They'd want you to empower yourself with that knowledge that they know you're capable of accruing and leveling up to a whole nother level on your spiritual path. So too should, salons. They're not like that. They want you to come back, because that's how they make their money. So, and then if you get dependent on a salon, then when you can't have access to salons, like in times like these, like with that main event that started in March, times like these, then you don't know what to do with your hair, because you don't know what your hair is all about. Take this time to get to know what your hair is all about. Look it up, find out. Am I a 4C, 4A, 3A, B, whatever? What am I? That gives you an indication of the texture of your hair. That's basically all that grading and all that for the hair is just telling you what texture of hair you have, what things are better for and what things are not better for. So people may be good for them to just only rinse their hair with water, and that's it, and let it dry. You got to figure out what works, and your hair will tell you. Your hair and scalp will tell you this ain't working by touching it, by feeling it. Does it feel rough to the touch? Is your scalp itchy? These are all signs of letting you know when you need to cleanse it, when you need to not cleanse it. Did you dry it? These are things you just ask. You got to intuitively figure out on your own. Nobody's going to tell you. You should wash your hair every single day when you begin your Freeform dreadlock journey. That's the conscious thing you have to decide for yourself. It's not something that that's written. This is how it is. And I think people are getting a little obsessed with Freeform dreadlocks and with the terminology, not knowing what it means, and because it's become a fashion. It's become a trend to have Freeform dreadlocks. I mean, people are getting extensions to make their hair look like they have Freeform dreadlocks. So yeah, that's a long story here. Basically, I can't really tell you how often to wash your hair in the beginning of a Freeform dreadlock journey. I mean, I don't know what your diet's like, if you're eating fried chicken and mashed potatoes and biscuits every day, or if you're a fruitarian or a vegetarian. I don't really know. If you're eating a healthy diet, then you'll be able to know exactly what's going on with your body and know exactly when it needs to be cleansed. You just pay attention to it, but you don't have to be obsessive about it. You really don't. If you end up, oh no, I went too long without cleansing my hair, well, just cleanse it. But you probably have to deep cleanse it. So just be mindful of it, be healthy, Do all those things that that make sense to keep your head healthy. You know, I can't tell you to cleanse your hair every day or every other day and all that stuff. These are things that you can learn on your adventure of having freeform dreadlocks. It shouldn't be, see, the whole thing of having freeform dreadlocks is for it to be simple, not for it to be as elaborate as having hairstyles, you know, that you have to maintain every day. That's the whole purpose of being able to let your hair just grow out of your head freely. So when that happens, then you start to tap into your intuition, because you're not doing a bunch of shit to your head and pulling it this way and that way and trying to make it look like someone else's head of hair. You're getting used to it just being what it is, your head of hair. And once you start to relax with the fact that this is what your hair looks like, you know what it looks like, you know what it needs, and you don't need to ask anybody what you need to do. Whether you need to wash it every day. Do your research. If your scalp's itchy, maybe it does need to be cleansed. Maybe it just needs a spritz of peppermint oil with water in a spray bottle and spritz it. Maybe it doesn't need that. Look at it. Look at your scalp. Does it look dry? Is it flaky? Do all those things. I've got a lot of videos on here talking about all the different herbs and some oils that I've been using that can help alleviate some of these scalp issues that people have been having. Look at past videos that I've done here on this channel. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask. You know, that's the only way you find out answers is by asking. And a lot of times, a big way you can find out answers by asking yourself through meditation. I strongly encourage people in the morning time before you do anything to sit down and meditate on things that you have questions about. Ask yourself these questions and you will get answers. Trust me on that. Alrighty guys, with that said, thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the likes and shares. And thank you for your kind comments. Leave your comments down below if you have anything else to add into today's topic of how often should you wash your freeform dreadlocks. Everybody's going to have a different answer, I'm sure. So if you find me helpful in any way, I'm really happy that you do, because there's only so much that I feel like I need to talk about as far as freeform dreadlocks. I've talked about so many things. Been on here, YouTube, since the inception of YouTube, talking about freeform dreadlocks. And the definition has changed of what it is. Yeah, for so many people, even the spelling of dreadlocks has changed. People don't like to use the word dread anymore. That's another story. So, anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. If you'd like to support this channel, you can go to my Google Pay or my PayPal. In exchange for your donation, what I can do is create a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for you, or I can create a video with the topic of your choosing. So, with that said, brightest blessings to you all, and I'll see you soon, and keep things simple on your freeform dreadlock journey.